stop flipping a table. So, I mean, Melissa had a good point. Like, she learned from the best, you're the table flipper. But then she turns to Melissa and she calls her a whore.
Were you ever paid, or was it just based on you, you're the fan and you're supposed to bow down to Teresa, or were you ever
No,
paid?
I was given money. I was given cash. I was given like little treats here and there. Yes. The one who I do say is I wouldn't consider myself on the payroll, but I did get like good goods. The one who I say is on the payroll is that other big blogger. And why I say she's on the payroll is because two reasons. She receives, when she puts out there exclusive in regards to Jersey, she says sources close to production. Her sources are Jim Leonard, Jennifer Aiden, and Teresa Giudice. So they give her tea. She sticks it on her website. They're sponsors on that website. They give her tea. She sticks it on the Patreon. Those are paid subscriptions. When she when she gets any revenue in regards to Jersey, it's like they're paying her in tea and then she's cashing in on it. You know what I mean? Like, so that is a form of how she collects from them steady. Like, she keeps that going.
So if
So that
there's like bloggers and podcasts and their whole thing is to like just put out a narrative, unlike this podcast, I have no horse in the race. I just had on Jackie Robinson, Melissa's ex-Envy business partner, who slammed Melissa and accused her of taking $10,000 out of. Now we're doing something about Teresa. So there's no horse in the race. It changes. This is let's expose the news of what's going on. But when there's these podcasts that are going to now take a transcript and only put out things pro Teresa and anti Vanessa or whatever, why are people listening? Like, why would you listen to something that is slanted? Don't you just want all the facts?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Oh no, that specific blogger is definitely like on their payroll. She's definitely biased. So I hate that they try to say they're not. If we have a little time, we can spill a little more tea because
Yeah.
Dolores recently went on a pod, not a pod. She was on Jeff Lewis and she talks about how she had a fight with Margaret. Did you see that?
Yes, and I do have stuff to say about Dolores, so let's continue. Yeah, so
Oh
she
yeah,
said she
Dolores.
said she had a fight with Margaret on Jeff Lewis. Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, so she gets into that. So this what I think she's referring to, if what Teresa said was true, is after Jim Leonard tells the girls that it was admitted on the stand that Vanessa spoke to Margaret and Joe Gorga. So Dolores went. Jen Fessler did not, though. Let's point out that Jen Fessler did not want to go to that meeting at Teresa's house with her lawyer out of loyalty to Margaret. I see a lot of tree huggers. They're so happy right now. They're like, Jen Fessler is a tree hugger. Guys, you're not going to feel that when you see the scene where Jen Fessler was just like, sorry, Teresa, I'm not going to that because Margaret's my friend. And I know you guys are going to talk about Margaret, so I don't want any part of it. So kudos to Jen Fessler for, sticking by her friend. So anyway, Jen Fessler does not go. Dolores does. The lawyer tells the girls, Teresa starts crying. It's an emotional scene. Then boom, Teresa goes. Dolores went and filmed a scene after that with Margaret. And I guess she confronted her about talking to the ex. So I'm putting two and two together, and I say that's when Dolores and Margaret get into it. But anyway, what's really funny about that whole thing, so Teresa went from saying, yay, Dolores was at my house during the scene with Jim Leonard. Then she went over there and fought with Margaret. But boom, the next day on social media, Margaret posted something on Instagram where she got like a golf cart, some like nice golf cart or whatever. Well, there was Dolores liking that post and commenting. Teresa saw that and she was like, fuck, why is she doing this? What the fuck? Like, is she fucking fake? Like, she hated the fact that she thought Dolores was solely like for her. And then she sees that she's over there back to liking her post. And then when Dolores went to the Gorga wedding, Teresa had a shit fit over that. Melissa's family members were married.
Right, which we
And
saw that already like 2 weeks ago or
yeah,
whatever it was.
that really irritated Teresa. That really did irritate Teresa that Dolores was there. But I remember, like, she was like, Dolores fights with Margaret. She was so giddy. But boom, like the next day, she's back to like liking her posts and commenting. And that really pissed Teresa off.
Well, this is where it's like, it's not about Vanessa. It's not about Louis. It's not about Margaret. It's just like you to me, Teresa cares. Like, why do you care? Aren't you the queen of New Jersey? Mind you, Danielle Cabral is showing up and making $125,000. Margaret's making 700 and you're making like 2 point something. Like, if I were Teresa, I would be laughing at everybody and saying, like, we're all on the same show, filming the same damn scene, and I'm getting 10 times the amount of all of you. So, but she cares, it sounds like. Why? It makes no
Oh, she
sense to
does.
me. It makes no sense to me, right? It's not about
Yeah, because
Louis. It's not
she,
about why do you care what Dolores does? Your ego can't
I'll
handle
tell
that?
you,
I don't get
I'll
it.
tell you why too. I'll tell you why too. And it's so funny that Jackie, and I know you like her, I'm not gonna throw her no shade. Jackie recently made a statement about how somebody put it out there, something that um if all the girls are together and they're, taking pictures and stuff like that, that's gonna make the network feel like the other girls are iced out or something like that. That came from Jim Leonard. He always made it a point to let Teresa know, and Teresa would tell me that it's not a good look, honey, if they're all together taking pictures and they're all socializing, because then it's just me and Jennifer. So that's why she hated when Dolores was over there on their side, going to events with them, posting with them. And that's one of the main reasons why they recruited Jackie, because Jennifer and Teresa were standing alone and all the other girls were mingling.
They needed someone, and what? I guess Jackie was just I mean, it's not a bad
They
move for
they
Jackie.
needed
I don't think it's
no,
going to save her
no,
job,
no.
personally.
They needed another body on the team. That's all it came down to.
What about, because it does now, I have known about this for a long time because I'm the opposite of that other pod exclusive. There's so many things I know, which I don't even say because I'm like, it's not really up to me to say this, but I have known about this Dolores thing for a long time and the affair, which I know came out, right?
Yeah,
When she was with David, she was
yeah.
having an
And I have
affair with
yet,
someone.
I've yet to drop receipts in regards to that because that involved somebody else as well. That those will get dropped.
And I
It,
have receipts on that too, personally, just completely unrelated to you. I just know a lot
yeah.
about that
Well,
somehow.
and I'll tell you, like a lot of people were also like really shocked that I said that. And then they were also like, I saw a lot of talk on social media about like the Louis and Paulie give each other like shots in the ass. I don't know if it's roids or supplement or what. I don't know what the hell it is. But Louis made it clear that they give each other injections. A lot of people were like going into the fact that that was just so shocking and they can't believe it. But that's actually not the most shocking thing Louis told me in regards to Paulie. And if you'd like, I can like let you and your listeners know what the most
Please
shocking
do.
thing he did. He told me, Louis told me that Paulie will never marry Dolores because Jim told him that Paulie and his wife, because he's not divorced, run whorehouses together, that they have brothels and they make a lot of money and that there's money involved. So they're never going to go their own ways because they're never going to figure out a way how to split this. So
And
that is why, according to Louis, he will never get a divorce and he will never marry Dolores. And he said that came from Jim Leonard.
and how does Jim know this?
I don't know. I didn't question him. I remember a couple of times I did question him because he got mad that I was sending Teresa stuff about people talking shit about her. And he was like, don't do that. He goes, who do you think you are? You just got here.